Okay, so in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to use the new proxy.js or .ts file. Okay, now for those of you who don't know, this is the middleware. Okay, and I'm going to show you a few things that you can do with this. Obviously you can do a lot more, but this will give you kind of an example of how to use this. But before, if any of you who have use Next.js, they know about middlewares. So before we had a middleware.ts file, right? That has been now deprecated. The new one is now proxy.ts. Okay, so there's saying, if I just show you here when my server was starting, okay, saying the middleware file convention is deprecated, please use proxy instead now. Okay, so they've changed middleware to proxy now. So when you create this in the source folder, or if you don't have a source folder, you'll just create this in the like main outside of basically the app folder. So just rename something like this, or just create a new file called proxy.ts. Okay, so this should update now, and as you can see, it is running it. Okay, so right now I'm doing something very simple. Okay, so whatever you run in this, you can do something in the background first and then go to your page. Okay, so what is happening here? If I, for example, just remove this and let's save, let me just refresh. Okay, so nothing happened, but let me just do this dot JSON. Okay, and in this I'll just put in data and then text. Okay, let's save this, and now you'll see that this ran. Okay, so this gave me the response back, but this time my main page did not load, everything else did not load. The reason for that is the proxy first runs and then it performs some kind of function that you've told it to perform, and then it lets you continue on forward to your main page. Okay, so that's basically how this thing works. I just want to clarify that for you. Okay, and for example, now if I have something like this, right, if I wanted to perform something and then continue forward, you just add this. So what next basically does is, if you perform some kind of function, what next response.next does is just forwards you to the page that you're trying to go to, whether that's the about page or the main page. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is that you can also specify this to run on specific pages. So right now it's just running on every single page. That's why whenever something loads, it just outputs the console log, that is data, into my terminal. But you have this config object that contains a matcher. Okay, so what that does is, for example, let's say I'll create another page here. Actually, I'll just copy this, paste this in. Okay, and I'll change this to contact. Okay, and inside of this I'll also call this page. Okay, and I'll call the one in the about page. Okay, let me just save this. So now it's compiling everything. Okay, it's done compiling. I need to refresh this. The reason why it's not refreshing is because it just got stuck in the middleware part. I need to refresh this. So right now it's now outputting the data that is in my proxy. Okay, so if I, let's say, try to go to the /about, now it's compiling the about page, and you can see it's outputting the data console log. But let's say I went to the contact, and it's also outputting the data, but using the matcher. Okay, now if I do export constant and then config is equal to an object and matcher, and then slash about to tell it that if the URL matches the about page route, then do something. And I'm gonna say path and then add an asterisk here. This is telling Next.js that any path, so this is telling that any path after the about page route, okay, should be running this proxy. Okay, so let's save this. And right now, if I try to go to the about page, it got the about page and it ran this once. But now if I try to go to the contact page, you'll see that I went to the contact page, but it did nothing. Yeah, when I try to go to the about page, it runs it first and then gets the about page. So this is confirming that whenever I go to the about page, it's running the middleware and it's outputting the data to me. But when I run the contact, you can see it didn't run the data. Okay, so you can perform certain things. For example, right now I've said that only when I'm going to the about page, and this should run, right? So I can redirect my user for some reason, like, like if we had an application where the user had to be authenticated, I can send them to the home page if they are not authorized to go to a certain page. Okay, so I can do that with next response dot redirect, and then in this I'm gonna say slash because that's my main URL. Okay, and I have to pass in request.url, or you can shorten this and be like request. Okay, so where did you get this? Okay, so this gets a request and response. Okay, this is the response, I get it from this, but the request is something I can also get from this. So I'm just gonna copy this and paste this here. Request, okay, and I have to put it in this. That's just how this works. Okay, so I'm gonna tell it this, and now it's taking in this and it's putting it here. Okay, so I'm getting the request. So I'm gonna save this. Actually, I made a mistake. This is URL. Okay, now it's gonna work. Okay, so I'm already on the about page. So if I just refresh this, and as you can see, it automatically redirected me. If I try to go back to the about page, it automatically redirects me back. But if I go to the contact, it lets me go there. It doesn't automatically send me back to the main page because it's only running on this. Okay, so you can also do like cookies and all of that here as well. I'll just give you a very small example. Now I'm going to show you how to set your cookie and also how to get it. Okay, so to set a cookie using your middleware, all you need to do is first let's create a response, and we're going to get next response dot next, and we're going to pass the response in this and do response dot cookies dot, and then you have all of these options. So I'm gonna set one, and you can specify three things to set one. One is a name, and then a value, and then a path, so that this is shown when you're at a certain path. So this will make it available for all paths that start with this. So this is the main path, so it'll be basically available for all of the other paths as well. So I'm going to call this framework, let's just call it that, and let's do Next.js, something like that. Let's save this first. Okay, so if I refresh this, so yeah, it ran it first. Okay, so now this should be set. So now I'm going to try and get the cookie, and that's very simple. Just do request dot cookies dot get by using get all, you get all of the cookies, but it's a long file basically because it shows you all of your cookies. But here you can just get one of them, which is the one that we just set. So I just copy this and I just paste this in, and I'm going to save this. It's compiled. No, I have to refresh it. Okay. Okay. I forgot to console log this actually. So console log, save this. So now you can see I'm getting the name and the value for this cookie. Okay. So that's how a cookie works, and you can add, delete, do stuff before your page gets loaded using this. So I hope you like this tutorial. Like and subscribe to stay updated on the latest tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.